Morning, Waggy. Gone to Cheese Lot to play footy. Nice to meet you. I've never seen you play before.
S-V-E-N.
Sven would pull up on this bloody yacht. He could jump the boy. He's got the salt and pepper. He's got a drinks cup. He's like, we're going to play like this, do this. Till Vards come along and just messed everything up, smashing people. Everyone like, who is this guy?
Hello and welcome back to Leicester's The Place with me, Gerry Taggart. And of course, my little sidekick is here as usual, Matty Elliott, who I'm sure will be full of misguided advice and information for our special guest. Now, our guest today is a player who initially burst on the scene in 2009-10 on loan before signing a permanent deal, which culminated in Leicester finishing off in the playoffs. It is, of course, Martyn Waghorn. Well, Waggy, welcome to Leicester's The Place.
Thanks very much.
Matt.
Excellent, Gerald. I don't know where you got the little from. But, I'll take it. I'll take what I can, mate. But yeah, nice to see you, Martyn.
Cheers, mate.
Okay. A good man for coming along.
Thank you.
I suppose we won't go totally chronologically through your whole career. Obviously focusing on your time at Leicester predominantly, but it'd be remiss to not mention your birthplace, South Shields, and like a footballing hotbed, shall we say. Yeah. You played for Sunderland Academy, but were you of Sunderland persuasion?
Yeah, I was. So I've got a bit of a weird one. So basically, my young career, I was a part of the whole kind of academy process, building up whatever. But I had the opportunity to go to Man United as a kid.
Yeah.
So they had little centres kind of based around all around the UK, whatever.
Yeah.
Got the invite to go to the Cliff back in the day. Done a training session. They wanted to sign, but basically I just couldn't get there. I was a 7-year-old, couldn't drive, whatever.
You fancied it?
Yeah, obviously I was like, United. It's unbelievable, But
Even though you were a Sunderland fan?
even though I was a Sunderland fan, I'd been in their little theme league, but it's just United. I think what they do, they're very clever. They get you to the Cliff, show you the trophy room, show you Old Trafford and all that. And just like, you've got to go here. But then going home, Mum and Dad like, can't do this. So obviously then come back, get into the Sunderland, trials Sunderland, Newcastle, Middlesbrough, and then just, back then it was the Charlie Hurley Centre in Sunderland. Going back there was just so easy, 10 minutes up the road from home. And then, just that's how my career started in the academy set up, 7-year-old. And I was there ever since till I left, till 18, 19 when I signed.
But sometimes you're better off in the long run being at a club like Sunderland where you maybe get an opportunity like you did.
Yeah, I agree, and I try to say that to a lot of the kids now. I think the way the game's going, footy's going, it's so easy to be attracted to buildings, to stadiums, to the way clubs are talking about it. But you're just one of many. And Sunderland back then were a small academy. We didn't have the academy like we do now. So to be part of that smaller setup, you're going to get a lot more care, a lot more attention, the opportunity to probably have a better progression through the ranks into the first team. Yeah. You're always going to be better off being in those places. Don't get us wrong, if you're a wonder kid, you'll have an opportunity, but nobody really knew about them back in our day, do you know what I mean? So back in our day, saying them.
You're ancient.
But back then, you were just like part of academy setup. It was nice. You would like, the academies were maybe 15, 16 kids and that was it. Yeah. Whereas now you're one of X amount. So I think I was very lucky to be in that setup. Great club, great people. There's a lot of academy coaches still there today. So loved it. Great place.
Yeah, and you made your debut, didn't you, under a certain manager?
Yeah. So
a certain character.
That was another one. So youth team wise, it's like you normally get like Christmas off, don't you? Yeah. So 23rd of December, all the lads are buzzing. They've all got the boot money from all the lads, clean the boots. They got
from the pros.
Got 100 quid. Yeah.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't happen anymore now. So got me a couple £100 off my boot boy. I was actually cleaning Chris Brown's. I had Stokesy, Dwight York. So I was cleaning all these lads' boots. I had about 500-600 quid off the pros. Yeah, but Bawley had a strict rule. So whatever you made, 300 quid had to go into the pot. So whatever, even if you got 200, all your money had to go into the pot. Basically, just to put together at the end of the season. So Yogi got wind of this. He's like, I heard you got to put money in the kit. I was like, yeah. He's like, right, I tell you what, tell Bawley you got 300 quid, put that in, and I'll give you an extra 300 quid. So I was buzzing, like 300 quid to go home. So at the end of the session, Bawley's like, oh, what's this I've heard about Yogi? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I've heard he's give you extra doors. Like, oh, no. He's like, give me that
Dwight York, yes.
300 quid.
Heard, yeah.
I've heard about it. Put that in the pot, so I've just lost all my Christmas money. He's like,
Bubble.
yeah, but he's like, I have got a bonus for you though. You're going to be staying behind and training with the first team over Christmas. He has me thinking there's like
How old were you then?
I was 17.
17, yeah.
So he has, I like, it was weird because all the lads are breaking up and going off on Christmas. He has me thinking, I just want Christmas off. And I didn't think nothing of it. First time I trained with the first team, didn't think nothing of it. He's just like, no, you'll enjoy it. It'll be a good experience. It's like, all right, sound. So Christmas Eve in for training. Squad list goes up. I'm in the squad list for Man United at home.
Wow.
Boxing Day. So I was like, is this real ball? He's like, yeah, like, fair play to you, well done. So Christmas Day, Christmas at my mum's, like we always do, family around. He's like, oh, sorry, I've got to go. I'm going to. So Roy Keane had a big thing about being in hotels night before games. So go to the hotel.
Where was the game? Was it at?
It was at Stadium of Light. So
Okay, it was at Sunderland, but you still had to stay in a hotel.
Stay in the hotel, yeah. So I had to leave Christmas. First time leaving Christmas with the family. I was thinking, I'm not even going to play, do you know what I mean? But good experience, family were buzzing, whatever. I had to sing a song. I can't even. I think I sang something like Ray J, One Wish or something. got absolutely battered for it. Couldn't eat me dinner, like shaking, trying to, like, looking back now, you just get up and sing the song. That I was like so nervous. And then that was it. I hadn't spoke to the gaffer, nothing, no one whatsoever.
Did you know?
Didn't have a clue.
Interaction with Roy Keane at all?
So he was very. I think he liked a lot of us. So there's me, there's Jordan Henderson, Jack Colback, there's Michael Kay back then, Michael Liddell, a few of the kids. He loved us because we were good players, but we worked the socks off. Like, we had a real good work ethic from Bawley, Neil Bailey. Like, we're the group of lads that we had. We give everything. Like, we were good players, but we always told, doesn't matter how good you are, if you don't run around, you'll not play for this club. And that kind of something that kind of stuck with us right throughout my career. So the gaffer loved us group because we would nail the first team. Like, we'd go up there, didn't care who it was, whatever, got stuck in. So like he loved all of that. So, but leading up to the game, not one conversation, nothing with anybody. We had, like, I think on the bench was like Andy Cole, there was Kenman Jones, Jibril Cissé, Juffy, all these lads, and there's me as the fifth striker. I'm thinking I'll just bail out the squad. Go for the team meeting at like 12:30 in the...
You say Andy Cole then?
Andy Cole was there, yeah.
He went up there, didn't he? Yeah,
he went up there. There was him, there was Yorkie.
Yeah.
So as an academy player, as a striker, I had some unbelievable mentors to learn from.
Frightening.
Yeah, just like little conversations about like bit of composure, finishing, where to be, where to stand, like never mark yourself, always look at the centre-half's number, make sure he's looking around, looking for you. So I had some unbelievable mentors really early on in my career. And then gets to the team meeting, flips the team sheet over, I'm fucking starting. From absolute nowhere, no conversations, no team shape, no set plays, nothing. I'm starting. And he's like, name to the team. I honestly can't remember who was playing alongside. I was up top with Cameron. He's like, as you can see, young Waggie's starting today. Look after him. Good luck. And that was literally my team talk going into my debut home to Man United.
Wow.
So I'm quickly getting the team bus. Dad, I'm starting. Get to the game quickly. He's like, how many more tickets can you get? I was like, I don't care as long as you and Mum are there. Just get to the game. So, yeah, game goes on. Like a complete and utter blur. Looking back now, can't remember what's going on. I remember getting smashed in the face of Vidic. That was like my claim to fame. I got put left wing second half because I think we were like 4-0 down at this point. We got beat 5-0 overall. Played the full game, got put left wing. I think I remember the gaffer saying, "You're not coming off with a cramp. You're too young to come off with a cramp, so just run up and down." I was like, I guess I've just got to run up and down. But yeah, looking back, just an incredible experience at home. A club that United, who I obviously supported as a kid, had that opportunity. Sunderland, Stadium Light, Boxing Day. It was a pretty special.
Oh,
day,
yeah.
to be honest.
That's
it was amazing. Yeah.
Some introduction to life as a professional football, isn't it?
Yeah, there's like enjoyable, exciting, and that, but also sort of like quite testing as well, isn't it? You're thrown in at
Listen,
deep
it's a
end.
world away from where he made his debut, which was
My debut.
aye.
What for? Which one?
Your professional debut.
Professional debut was Why are you saying it like that? You make
Well,
me feel funny now.
well, go on then.
You're scaring me.
Where
Stockport away, mine
Stockport
was.
away, exactly. So he's playing against Man U, you play against Stockport. Mine was Portsmouth away.
Yeah, Stockport away on a cold Tuesday night.
Cold Tuesday.
I was marking Kevin Davis. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Not Kevin Davis, Kevin Francis.
Kevin Francis, yeah.
7, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about us. Talking about Mark.
Just a blur.
Yeah, nice way to start things off,
It
isn't it?
was, yeah. And then it just like one of those things where I just think as a kid, you don't, looking back now, you don't really appreciate that moment as a young lad getting the opportunity. But yeah, brilliant. Cheers. Thanks very much.
You obviously wanted to be there.
Yeah.
You know, it's your club. You're having a great time. But then talk us around how the move with Leicester came about, because
Initially on loan, wasn't it?
unusual scenario.
Yeah, so basically, I think I made like 4 or 5 appearances for Sunderland that year. Nigel and Walsh at the time, like, we'd love to have you on loan, seeing what you've done. I think you'd be a great fit. Obviously, Nigel got connections up north, real family person. And from the moment I spoke to them, just clicked straight away, just like kind of took us under his wing, took my family under, sorted us out, like everything off the field just was sorted and allowed us to play footy. And what a great kind of group to go into at that.
A lot of players talk similarly about Nigel.
Just like from being a young kid from Newcastle, South Shields, very family orientated, to the way he was with his family and the way he looked after the group. Everything was like the group first. He would be the front of everything. Just made you feel so at ease and just so welcome to a massive club at that point, on the rise from getting promoted. And a great mix of experience with obviously like Stevie Howard, who I connected straight away with from being up there. Then the likes of Kingy, Morrow, all that little group coming through, Chambo, Ashley Chambers. Like it was just a really good mix of personnel going into a year that was started off hugely successful, overall.
So talk us through your debut then.
My debut was Swansea at home, first game of the season. I believe we were 1-0 down. Then I think I come on. Then I think me and Danny and Gesson at the time come on. Then I get the first. I think Danny and Gesson might have got the winner, or it might have been vice versa, one the way around. But I just remember the feeling of scoring on your debut. A bit of a deflection, but I'm going to claim it.
Does it?
Yeah, it was my goal. And that just kind of set the benchmark. Just the way we played, we're very direct. Obviously, the likes of Stevie, we had Matty Fright up top who scored goals. But Lloydie on the wing, we were just a very attack-minded team with balls in the box, crosses, just very old school, but you always felt like, as a striker, I'm going to get a chance here. And the ball dropped to us. I just loved it, the reaction from the fans. I think it was just a great occasion and just got me off on a great start.
Well, you scored another big goal against, I think it was on your first start, your actual first league start against Reading. Do you remember that?
Away?
Yeah.
Was it the away game? Was it the header? I remember the goal, I didn't know it was my first start. That might have been.
I think it was your first league start.
First league start. Cross Richie Wellens, got across the front post.
Richie Wellens, good footballer.
Yeah, really tidy footballer. That's the same. We had a really good squad. Looking back now, like, teams really don't have that in the Championship now. The mix of the quality, the experience, and the youth. I think the youth now are like a very inexperienced. They've got this 21s development, which I understand, but I think it does hinder a lot of kids' development. We can talk about that later, whatever. But yeah, first header, across the goal.
Is that something you were?
No, it's just a bit of a catch, just across front post and just glanced it in. And
were you one of these centre forwards that liked heading the ball, or was it something you go? Oh.
No, I love using my head. I think just watching people like Shearer, Quinney, Phillips from that generation growing up who were prolific goal scorers, and just the way us as an academy, the way Sunderland played as an academy, the way Leicester played when I first went in there, we were all about crossing the ball, and I couldn't really not head the ball. If I pulled out of a header in front of Nigel, Stevie Howard, they'd be like, "Can get off." Do you know what I mean? So, I was
good mentors there.
Yeah, it was just.
You had an all-round game though, didn't you?
Yeah, I like to think so. Yeah, like I wasn't like rapid or hugely quick, but I think I was like I could move around the pitch quite well. I was strong. I could
be a back to goal, weren't you?
Yeah. So again, that was from like different personnel who I grew up from learning from, like Yorkie and Cody's game transition. Kenwan was a bit different. Yeah. So I'd learned from.
Actually played with Kenwan Jones.
Did you?
At Stoke.
Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a
team of lumps.
He's a big lad, wasn't he?
Proper athlete. He was unbelievable in the air, wasn't he?
He could jump the boy. Again, but like these people that I was learning from, they were great people, but they were actually like took the time to talk to us,
which is brilliant.
I think as a kid, like I don't think you really appreciate how far it does go in your career. So yeah, I learned from a lot of different people I think that's where like my game molded from. Like I had a lot of bit of different aspects to it. So
you had that initial, was it a year loan?
yeah, year loan, yeah.
Like made a whole barrage of appearances, and then the circumstances on you actually signing permanent with Leicester were slightly unusual as well, weren't they?
Yeah, so I went back home. Had a really good year. Steve Bruce came in at Sunderland. They were having a bit of an investment turnaround. I actually had a really good pre-season. I scored a couple of goals while I was away. It's got a funny story. Me and my best pal Colback, we were sharing like a place when on holiday pre-season. Not on holiday, I shouldn't say that. Should I? Having a jolly up. So me and him and Hendo at the time. John Henderson had a loan at Coventry. So we were come back from our loans. And we were all like, right, we're all getting new deals. So us here like this, what we're going to get.
What age are you there?
We were 18, 19.
Right.
So we were thinking, right, we're going to get absolutely caked, yeah, like loaded. So then we all have individual meetings with Steve and the board and the agents, whatever. Come back and like, this is what we offered. So we go back to the rooms like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is crap, right? What are we doing? How has this come to this? So basically, like, as a kid, you just think you've had a good year, you're going to get whatever you want. They didn't, basically, but we all got offered new deals. Like, on deadline day, me and my wife are sitting in DFS, like this, sitting on the couch, like, looking for some sofas to buy, and then I get a phone call from the agent.
Not lying on a bed. On a bed, bed.
No, just sofas at the time. You've got an hour to get to Leicester training ground. You've signed. I was like, what do you mean I've signed? I was like, I've just signed 4 years at Sunderland. He's like, no, it's been agreed. I was like, I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, it's done. You can say no, but you probably aren't going to play. I was like, well, can't say no then, can I? I've got to go. So me and the missus are like, she rang her mum, I rang my mum, and like, we've got to go. Like,
well, how does that affect your missus? Though? I know she understands your.
So
she understands she's married there.
Reality kicks in there, though, doesn't it?
But yeah, the reality of saying, right, we're going to buy a house in Sunderland, and then no, we've literally got to up sticks and move to Leicester.
So she was in the process of starting a psychology degree in Newcastle. So she was like, Mum, Martyn's signing for Leicester. He's signing, I think it's 4 years or whatever. She's like, what are you going to do? I was like, well, I'm meant to be starting uni in a few weeks. So she's like, so what's happening? She's like, I think I'm going to go with him. We're still together now. We've been together everywhere, travelled everywhere. She's followed us everywhere. Like, being so grateful for the support through kids, life, everything that goes on. She's been with us through thick and thin. So that was just the start of kind of our journey together. So we're in Newcastle looking for sofas. My mum and dad sell Shields. They bomb down the M1 that way. Her mum bombs down from everywhere. We all meet in the Marriott on Frost Park. We all meet there to get everything signed. Her mum's crying, saying she's lost her daughter. And my mum and dad are buzzing that I've signed.
They got rid of you.
Yeah, so everyone's all over the shop.
It's an emotional roller coaster, to say the least.
Get it all signed before the deadline, whatever. Then I go and see Paulo Sousa, who's the manager, and he's like, oh, nice to meet you. I've never seen you play before.
Did he ask you where you play?
Yeah, we're asking where's your best position, where do you put it? And I'm like, oh God, I thought you knew much about us, but yeah, just footy in a nutshell. So that was my journey to.
So you'd signed a 4 year at Sunderland.
Yeah.
What did you sign at Leicester?
Another 4 year.
4 year.
Yeah, so I signed 4 years.
You signed an 8-year contract.
I had 2 weeks at Sunderland, then signed 4 years.
That I'm assuming would have worked all right for you.
Yeah,
from a Sunderland context.
I don't know.
I don't want you to tell me figures, but was it considerably more at Leicester than you got at Sunderland?
Yeah, like massive. Like I felt like, right, this is where I wanted my first deal to be at Sunderland. You know what I mean? But don't get us wrong, it wasn't like in the terms of football now. I think, like, you see the way 18, 19-year-olds are getting touted for. I think I signed for maybe 3 million for Leicester. But saying as a kid now, I'm not just saying it is, but like kids now have a 15-goal contribution in the Championship now. They're getting touted for 15+ million. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like for me, it was a massive eye opener, and me and the missus, I actually took a loan out maybe about 6 months ago to pay for my first car. So I'm like, I'm paying my car loan off, I'm paying all this off, and like staying at the hotel, eating hotel food every night. Me and the missus are like, wow, this this is incredible. So it was it was a bizarre few weeks in terms of like how we're living, what we're doing, and yeah, it was a welcome to the real world kind of thing of football.
So when you did move down to, did you live in the Leicester area?
Yeah. So we lived in the flats opposite the King Power. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I know you.
King was in there.
A few lads used to
Morrow
go
was
there,
in
didn't
there. Steers, Richard Stearman was in there. So yeah, it was just a nice little place. From where I was in Charlton, I was in a hotel. Actually, my first loan move, I got put in a housing with a family. So I was staying in this one bed family. And I was just like, I can't do this again. And now just like, no, you've got to be settled. Your wife's going to come down. You need a place for your mum and dad, whatever. So yeah, I was looked after from the start from the club. So
Yeah.
but I was literally around the corner from the stadium, so it was perfect.
Playing under Sousa.
Yeah.
How did that go? Here I ask.
Indifferent.
For a manager who's never seen you play, how did that go?
Yeah, exactly. Not really.
Not very well,
I remember him
would
as a
suggest.
player.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're probably too young to remember
yeah,
him as a
seen him,
player. He was top class, wasn't
Yeah.
he? A top class performer. So you get that bit of respect probably initially, don't you? But
And obviously he had his was he Swansea before that, so he had his like his blueprint of what he wanted to play. But the club had a way of doing things under Nige that was so ingrained at the club that it was so
big leap.
yeah, like a complete different way of playing and style and philosophy and the way he done things. It was a bit like a complete clash. So I think that didn't help straight away. Then I think just the way he came across, the meetings, the time in the meetings, like that's the way the game is now. I get it, but back then, like it wasn't like full on in depth, like 4 or 5 meetings a day, clips.
What?
Like just talking all the time, and then just I think it was
4 or 5 meetings a day.
Yeah, it was
4 or 5 a season, didn't we?
It was too much, and I think the lads were like, we're just so used to being like in set, spin it, channels, crosses, and it was just like just so different to what we were used to that it was hard to get all the lads on side. The team was built for a way of playing, and he didn't have the time to do it. So don't get us wrong, the training was good, it was nice, but it was too long on the pitch at times. What I can
Sounds like it was probably a bit more adept, say, in today's culture.
It was the way it is.
Too much of a jump.
It is the way it is now, like time on the pitch.
Very
The way
meticulous to every...
It was the Swansea way. And
Did he join in training?
not much that I can remember. But you would do drills where you'd play to you and you could tell you had a bit about him still.
Yeah.
Like you just moved around the pitch nice, didn't you?
Yeah, he could play, yeah.
That's the way it came across, and yeah, just there's meetings and stuff. It was just like the lads.
He was like yourself, Tags, graceful, so graceful.
Yeah, but yeah, I just think,
Wilder-based.
yeah, he probably gone from his way of playing the Swansea to seeing us lot, us, me, Stevie Howard, like them thinking, what the fuck am I dealing with? Yeah, I can't teach these lot to play footy.
Did he bring any players in when he came in as manager? Did he sign any forwards?
Who did he bring in? Do you know what? I can't even remember who he brought in.
Or was it the same crux of the
I think
team?
it was pretty much the same group. He brought in a couple of lads, but
I can't picture anyone.
No.
he brought in the Portuguese fella, centre mid, who didn't really play many games. Yeah, sounds bad. I can't even remember who he brought in.
It was that memorable.
He didn't get long enough.
I was going to say it didn't last that long, did it?
No, so
Before.
that was a quick one, and then before the.
How long did he last as manager?
I want to say maybe 3 or 4 months
I
before.
would say it was months, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, it wasn't long because we started off horrifically. I think we drew a couple of games. Yeah, it wasn't a great start. And I'm like, there's a lot of changes. Like you'd make a change, lads wouldn't really get a real run in the team. It would be in and out. Even if you played all right, it would be a change. Like just that way of.
It kept changing too many times.
And that just wasn't the way. Like
didn't have a settled team. Didn't know who his best.
Well,
no surprise there. If he doesn't know who half his players are,
how are you going to get the best?
How are you going to know who's your best?
I think he felt like the first 4 or 5 games was feeling everybody out and maybe how everyone played. So, yeah, it wasn't ideal, shall we say.
Yeah. So after Paulo, Sven,
yeah. What a guy.
Now.
Yeah.
Out of the frying pan into the
Well, you
fire.
said that. There's a little whistle going on.
Sven.
Top lip went up. So.
It's S-V-E-N. You've got to get that little
Yeah.
Scandinavian.
Yeah.
vein.
What a great person.
A lot of
Obviously,
players say that as well,
yeah,
don't they?
what like just obviously his credentials spoke for themselves, and when everyone came in, it was like, fucking hell, Sven-Gffran Eriksson's actually at the training ground coaching me.
Yeah.
But what a lovely person, like spoke to you really well. But it was just like the club were in that transition of the investment, the lads that were coming through the door.
Yeah.
There was bodies everywhere, wasn't there? Just like the lads left, right, and centre coming in. Obviously, Big Yakubu came in, and it was a Diamante Camera came in. Yeah. We had Bex up top. There was Nuge, there was me, there was Woody, there was Vards. There was literally just tons and tons of players, and yeah, it was just a whirlwind. We had Ricardo, the goalie, at one keeper. Sol then came in. Conch came in. Honestly, I can't name the amount of bodies that came through the door of huge pedigree, just because where the club was going, and just Sven. It was just.
How did that affect you throughout that period?
I struggled a bit, to be honest. Obviously, he brought in a lot of experience. The Rise for Cell was another one. So I think he just obviously went with his way. And I don't think it was... I definitely know it was nothing against me, because we spoke quite often. I was a young kid there, still wanting to play football. So I think I was probably...
How old were you then?
I would have been 20, 21.
Yeah, 21, something like that.
So then I was like, I think I was demanding, can I please leave? Can I go on loan? He was like, yeah, I'll give you a chance. I'll let you go on loan. I'll give you an opportunity. Then I think I ended up going to Hull at some point with Nige. But do you know what? With everything going on, we were... a lot of bodies coming through the door. He started to pick up results. Like, things were going well, and he always took time to speak to you. Like, the training ground was in a bit of transition there. He had a little porter cabin at the side of the... And I just remember his room was like a little just desk in the porter cabin. Like, I just thought I was Sven managing the lads out of this porter cabin, but he always took the time to speak to staff, to the players that weren't playing. Right. There was a few of in and out.
Picture him sat there.
Honestly, it was just like a plastic table in the porter cabin. And I'm thinking, how was the ex-England manager managing like us?
Like a security guard letting you in through the gate.
It was like a plastic door, like opening in and out. He's like, morning, Waggy. I was like, morning, Sven. But he was class. He is like his coach, and he always used to play like a game like Old v Young on Fridays. He used to play for £5. He'd be like, wow, scored a goal. He was just like, he had a really good energy and aura about him, and he just made people...
Did he take the training?
He didn't take training. No, he had Derek Fazakali. Yeah, he took a lot of training. Sven just
in and around
walk around, and speak. Yeah, he had just good conversation. Like I say, I can't say nothing bad, because even though I wasn't playing, he just always had a smile on his face, and like just spoke to you really well. And I can't obviously I wish I played more under him, but the way the club
was that not frustrating then?
It was hugely frustrating, because
could you not go in and bang on his little plastic door?
I was, but
say, why am I not?
I would go in and say that. We'd be like, you'd come out and think, what a great guy. Like, you'd be fuming going in. 5 minutes later, I'd be like, I really like this guy again. So like, it was a lose-lose. I'll never get what I wanted.
How to diffuse
he enjoyed the social aspect of things as well, didn't he?
I remember pre-season under him in Sweden. So I don't know how we've ended up going Stockholm pre-season. Obviously, I do know why, because Sven's back home. But it turned into just a bloody a nightmare. We would train. Training was tough, but like, it was class. And Sven was like, yeah, off you go. Out you go. You can do what you want. So the lads were literally getting in from training. We're going for dinner, but like, we were going for dinner, and this Sven would pull up on this bloody yacht, and off he would go drinking the glass of red wine. He'd be like, right, boys, training 10 o'clock tomorrow. So like, we were like, right, should we just go out then? So we would just like go out casually into Stockholm, have a few drinks, have a night out. It was mental. It was carnage, but it was so nice as well. It was just like, the lads were like so chilled. He was chilled. And obviously, I think we had about 5 injuries that pre-season. Obviously, no surprise, lads pulling hammies squads left, right, centre. But it was mental. We've ended up going to Stockholm. It turned into just a bloody stag do for 5 days.
How long were you there for?
5 days, I think it was. 5 days, 5 nights out, 5 injuries. So it went down well. But that was just the way he was. Like, he turned up for training, come for dinner, off in his little boat down the river.
We're pretty familiar with those kind of pre-seasons, aren't we, Matt?
Yeah. So what about other players that you came across? You mentioned a good few already.
Yeah.
Are there any you had a particular bond with, or
So when I,
on and off the pitch?
yeah,
whatever?
when I first came to Leicester, me and Kingy lived in the same block. There was a good group. Me, Kingy, Michael Morrison. We got on really well. All similar ages. Morrow had a partner. She came down, so our wives were quite close. Kingy was single, but like we were at that age where back then you could play a game, you go training, you could go out, you go for food, you go for a couple of drinks. I remember like
In town,
yeah, we'd finish training or finish a game, we'd end up going casino or start just sitting at the table, going casino, partners, wives. Like it was just like a really good sociable group. And me and King are still close now, Morrow still to keep in touch with. But it was just like that generation of like you could go out and have a drink and like nothing would get mentioned or said about it, and it just that culture. And like I think that's what Nige gave, to be honest. A lot of good people together, and everyone got on great. And like you say, we'd go casino till early hours, play a bit of poker, cards, and it was just the norm, to be honest. And it just brought a friendship that was from nowhere to
There's
together.
something to be said about that still. I know today is totally different, isn't it, in the way
You can do things.
footballers run their life, which is, you know, the spotlight's constantly on them now, isn't it? And they can't, you know, even going to the casino, you know, could potentially harm them.
You just get dug out now, wouldn't
But
you?
there is something to say about, you know, making a bond with your teammates. And
But the thing is, though, like back then, like it was nothing. We weren't even doing anything bad. We were just sitting. You could have a few drinks. Or a lot of the time, we didn't even have a drink. It was just like that aspect of just being together and what Nige just being there. It was just normal instead of sitting in the flat together, pulling each other's hair out. We would all just go out or would play Call of Duty together, and then until Vards come along and just messed everything up. It was just a really good little good group that we all got on really well together, and it was a really good time for like socialising and being together. Probably socialised too much looking back now, but it was just the norm then, and we all got on really well together.
yeah,
as long as it's done at the right time, mate.
Yeah, it was like you say, it was never we never took the piss or like took the mick out of any manager. It was always respectful and like preparations for games. It was more like after the games,
game.
and you need your time to like switch off, because it was like the championship Saturday, Tuesday, relentless, and it was just more time just to be together, like off the pitch and just getting away from.
A lot of managers insist that you celebrate.
Yeah.
You know, to some degree, not necessarily go to extremes, but you know, it's to be enjoyed, it's to be celebrated, isn't it? You know, when you get a win, a weekend.
Like you say, but especially back then, it was just like you've earned it, lads. Go on, like well done, but ready to go again Monday, and that's the way Nige was. He was really good and like understanding when to push, when to pull back. And to be fair, even Sven was like, "Yeah, go on, see you later." So
Yeah, no, exactly.
it was the right time.
You mentioned Jamie Vardy.
Yeah.
He often gets a mention one way or another.
Yeah.
But
Where do I start?
yeah, where do you start?
I was
So ask-
well. Let's
what about
start
playing with him as well on the playing side?
Playing with him. So when he first came, we all know he struggled a little bit, didn't he? Like with everything going on. I just remember pre-season. I remember him coming in. Well, I think we were in Austria at the time, and everyone's like, "Oh, we've got this lad from non-league or whatever. Jamie Vardy's coming in. He's a bit whatever." Everyone was like, "Oh, fair enough." And I just remember him just laying into everyone, like annihilating, battering people, smashing people. And everyone's like, who is this guy? Just giving everyone a load of abuse and thinking, people are saying that he needs to calm down. Do you know where he's come from, where he is now? And look, he was just so raw. And he just didn't give a shit about anyone. And within days, everyone just loved him. Like his personality, the only problem is you just could not rest when he was around you. Dressing room, you knew something was getting cut up, battered, DP'd, like anything. You just knew you just couldn't leave him alone for a minute. And it was just
That's
like,
unusual, isn't it, to come straight in from like lower level, straight into the mix.
into that level. You just like, I don't give a shit who you are. Like I'm coming for you.
Coming for you.
Yeah, but like on the pitch, he struggled first of all, and that's where Nige was incredible with him. Like he gave him his space, gave him his time, allowed him just to be him and do what he needed to do. And he had stuff going on off the field, playing wise. He didn't score for a while, and I just remember his first goal away to Blackburn. Everyone just like, I don't know if it was me, but everyone felt like a massive relief for him because he'd worked so hard and he was so desperate for it. And then literally when that first goal came, it was just like, that was it. Floodgates have opened, and he was so good to play with because one, he would just be a nightmare for defenders. I just remember him standing on them, punching them. Like you'd be horrible to play against. Like running in behind him and Kasper just used to just shell the ball. You just run and score pretty much, wouldn't you? But what he done for the rest of the team, stretching defence, you just give like midfielders so much time. And obviously, when the team got better with like the likes of Riyadh and Knockout and Drinky and all these boys, King, you just gave them so much space just to allow them to play footy, because teams are so just scared of him because of his pace. He just caused no end of problems. But
that was Nigel's second time in charge.
Stint round, wasn't it? Yeah.
How did? I'm trying to think.
When you first came.
Yeah, you know, because obviously Sven was still in charge. Was in charge when obviously you were still there, and then you actually played under Nigel a second time, which is
so I had that loan in between, didn't I?
Yeah.
So then eventually Sven let us go on loan. So after about 4 months of knocking on his door, he allowed us. I got this loan to Hull, which was like back with Nige, back with Shaky, back with Walshy, Reeves was there. So like great, I can get my career going again. Matty Fry was there as well. So partnerships were linking back up again, like get going again. Mrs. up, moved to Hull, renting a place there. So that was another one. Leicester, packed up everything there, go to Hull. So that was a bit of a nightmare because I got injured within like 3 or 4 weeks. I was away with England 21s. I was playing Iceland. So one of the lads got injured. I came on after like 10 minutes, went to do a sprint, tore my hammy. Literally 5 minutes after coming off. So 4 weeks into me loan with Hull, played a few games, scored a couple of goals, tear me hammy.
That put you out for the rest of the season.
So I went for I didn't. What happened? I went for a scan, but they didn't scan it properly. But the physio at the time misdiagnosed me treatment. So apparently it wasn't too bad. I had a few weeks out. Coming back, Nige was like, "How are you getting on?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be fine in a couple of weeks, whatever." Come back, and then misdiagnosed me hammy. So what they were treating was not actually my injury. So it was like I had a small tear in a completely different muscle that you never really use. It's called your gracilis or whatever. So I was rushing back, feeling it was fine, and I just kept breaking down, coming back, breaking down, coming back, breaking down. And this was like getting on top of it. It was killing us. Yeah, I was just like, I don't know if I'm actually going to play again. So my wife's come down. We've all moved. Like I've got this loan. Then in between this, Nige goes back to Leicester, and I'm like, I'm fucking stuck. Yeah, I'm injured. I've not played anywhere like as much as I want to play. And this is probably the first real time I've had like a proper struggle in my career in terms of like I hadn't really played at Leicester. I came here, I hadn't really played. I was playing a couple of, like, came on, had a few good appearances, then got injured, and then Nigel had gone back. I didn't know who was. I think Nick Barmby took over at Hull. Like I didn't know really where my career was kind of going.
Absolutely. Been in a bit of limbo.
Yeah,
really.
so then obviously I'd moved to Hull. I had a few good friendships in Hull, but I was just like, I need to stop playing again here, or I'm going to be in a lot of trouble because.
I suppose the most frustrating thing for you is you think you've got a hamstring, which is easily rectifiable, but for some reason it's not improving, and that's the most frustrating thing as a player.
Yeah.
What would you know about hamstrings? There's only
I've got
athletes
two.
call hamstrings, mate.
I've got two, like everybody else.
But yeah, that was the thing, and the way my game was all about like explosive, powerful running and all this, and to not get the bottom of it until I actually went back to Leicester. So again, Nige helped us out massively. They cancelled me loan, got us back there. So I got some like, until I got back with the club and looked at it again properly, like no, it's a completely different injury. And then I ended up missing about 7 months, 6 or 7 months or whatever it was, for like a 5-week injury. Yeah. So I've ended up going over to Germany, getting injections, seeing a specialist in Germany, like getting acupuncture left, right. I was getting like needles, like I felt like a voodoo doll at one point, just getting jabbed left, right and centre, just to get me this problem. And then like all this going on, moving back to Leicester, packing up the house in Hull, going back to Leicester, my wife doing all that side of it again, finding another place to live, because I'm thinking I'm going to be on loan for Hull to the rest of the season, and then maybe sign if Nige stays, having to pack up all that. It was just like...
You're scrambling in my head.
Yeah, it was just one of those periods where, Joe, like I just felt like I could be in a bit of trouble if nothing gets sorted. 1 year left on my deal at Leicester at this point, and then I just don't know where I'm actually going, because I've not really played for a year here. And then
how things can change.
How things can change so quickly from playing week in, week out, feeling like a good player, couple of changes of manager, a couple of injuries, and you just think,
Yeah.
I could be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, where am I?
Interesting, like insight for from your individual experiences, but it gives people an idea of it's not all glitz and glamour.
No.
Sometimes is it football? I mean, listen, it's a wonderful career. Don't get me wrong, but the ups and downs and the turmoil behind the scenes.
And the people that
always
it affects outside.
Yeah, exactly. Plenty going on behind the scenes, aren't there?
Yeah, and I think, like you say, until you're a little bit older, until you can pass on this information to like younger players or whatever, you don't really see like how difficult it can be. Unless you're lucky, like you say, you play every game, you're fine, whatever. But coming out of contract, injuries, changing houses, moving, family, whatever, it has its toll on us. And yeah, I had a real sticky year that made us a better person in the long run. But at that time, I'm thinking I could be banging trouble. But again, Nige was like, can't speak highly enough. He was always there for us. And to be honest, I think I was in a bit of a bad place. I don't think I was the same person as I was, really struggling. And he was always there for us. I'd come back end of the season. I managed to play, I think, last game of the season. I scored. I think young Harry Pioneer 2, he scored as well, making his debut.
I remember Harry.
Away to Leeds, and I scored. And I think, right, here we go again. And my career is going to really take off again. Have a good pre-season and come back. And for one reason or another, I just couldn't. I think we might have signed Nuge that summer. I think we might have signed Woody. Bex was still there, and I just. Vards, obviously, it was Vards, and I think it was Vards, Bex, Woody,
Didn't
Nuge.
they have Harry Kane on loan as well?
So they had Harry Kane that year. So, and that's when I kind of felt my kind of time at Leicester was coming to an end. And I think the way it was with Nige, I was so open, but I think my emotions were starting to get the better of us. I wasn't really playing. I wanted to leave, and then I didn't really play for the first part of that season. And then just me kind of career at Leicester started to really fizzle out under the people that brought us in, and I just think for one reason or another, I honestly felt, looking back now, I was probably a little bit immature, or I didn't handle the situation well enough, and I always still wanted to play just the way I was. I need to play, I want to play. If you don't play, I want to leave. And just looking back now, it doesn't work like that. I think I needed to have a little bit more respect of the situation, but I was just so desperate.
It's easily looking back and saying that now.
Like
you're a young lad.
Yeah, I was like 22, 23, wanting to leave, wanting to be the main man, but it just wasn't. The club had kind of moved on, and I couldn't get that in my head, and I probably pissed a lot of people off by the way I was going on, the way I was training.
We've all done that.
Yeah, we've all done it.
We've all done that.
Looking back now, it's probably a little bit naive of us to do it.
At that age, though, you want to start making your mark, don't you?
You do, yeah.
It's understandable.
At that time, where did I end up going? The club were flying, actually.
That many clubs you can't remember.
Yeah.
I can't actually remember. Then I had
Wigan.
Wigan. I went to Wigan. Yeah. The lads were I can't think they were top of the league. It was the January. I managed to get a loan move to Wigan.
What league were they in at that?
Championship.
Championship.
Both teams in the Championship. But Wigan were actually struggling. So the move to Wigan came about because Uwe Rosler just took over. I was out of contract. I had 6 months left or whatever. I got the move to Wigan, and I met him in the service station on the M1 somewhere. I can't even remember which one it was. So Uwe's gone from Nige to Uwe, so intense, like very strict, very detailed, all the stuff going on. So I'm sitting in a Mackey's restaurant. He's got the salt and pepper. He's got a drinks cup. He's like, we're going to play like this, do this. And I'm like thinking, what the fuck's going on? Yeah, like I've gone from Nige again to this level of detail.
Strange but true.
He's like, you're going to play here when this, and like just he was giving us a full in-depth conversation about how the game's going to go, and he was like, do you want to do it? I was like,
yeah, whatever.
am I going to play? Yes, yeah, let's get it done then. So
It'd be funny if you said no after all that, wouldn't it?
all that, no.
No.
So then
Just show me that salt and pepper pot over
he was
around
like,
the table again.
The pepper's up top and the salt's right wing, and I'm the fucking
Which one am I?
ketchup left plate.
What about the Diet Coke here? What's happening to the Diet Coke?
He had a big thing about fizzy drinks. Fizzy drinks weren't allowed, whatever. Very, very strict, very detailed. And then, to be honest, that kind of kick-started my career again. To be honest, at loan, I scored a few goals in a short space of time. We went from 14th to 15th, got in the playoffs that year. And yeah, we had a good crack. Lost to QPR in the semi-finals, unfortunately, but kind of kick-started my career to then sign for Wigan.
Well, that is Very interesting and a perfect segue to just go back a little bit to the playoffs, the notorious playoff game, second leg against Cardiff.
Yeah, what a game.
I was actually there as part of the backroom coaching staff at the time, and big night, obviously. And we were talking earlier before about, I wasn't sure, and I'm trying to think that you were just being played out of position. You were playing centre forward that night, but we were saying that Nigel had just literally chucked everybody who was a forward onto the pitch.
Yeah.
What was your recollection of that?
I remember coming on and being like, fuck me, we're in the game, because they put one down the pump, didn't they? Like, we started off really well. We gave away that shitty pen, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was just like, it just felt like a basketball game. It could have went. It was.
What was the score in the first leg?
We lost 1-0, didn't we? They scored.
Yeah.
Did they score a long range free kick? Was it? Yeah, that shouldn't really have went in. Looking back, but yeah, it was. Then they went 2-1 up, didn't it? No, we went 2-1 up. So we were just chucking out everything, basketball game, back and forwards. And what I can remember of it was just like, this is a proper game of footy. I felt like I was playing youth team footy again, like two clubs going at it. Like their stadium was like, it was rocking. To be fair. Yeah. Our fans were class. And then obviously going to the penalties. Sorry, but it was just like we had bodies. It was me, Jan, Stevie, Matty Fryatt. We literally had bodies everywhere, didn't we? I think we were playing like 5-5 at one point.
Yeah,
that's
literally
what it felt like.
Every forward player Leicester had.
Attack with 5, defend with 5.
Trying to win the game.
And I felt like they were actually doing the same. It felt like the game was literally split up. I think Richie Wellens was sat in the middle, kind of just trying to spray the ball everywhere, and we were just like getting after it somewhere. But yeah, it was just like it wasn't Nobby Solano not playing, was he?
Yeah, Nobby.
Was he like left back or something?
Yeah.
So Nobby bombing up the wing at 1 mile an hour, trying to get up and down there, trying to get up there. I'm coming, lads! Like
I didn't realise he had that much pace.
Yeah, no, he was like chugging away up the wing. Richie trying to spray the ball to him. But like you say, we had wealth of experience in the team, and it was just.
What's your recollection then? Come on.
It was.
I'm sorry to do it to you, but you know the fans want to hear it because it was infamous for somebody else's penalty, but unfortunately,
for me, like as a striker, I've always thought pens. It's a free goal, isn't it? Like it's a free hit.
Right.
So I was like, I'll take.
So you back yourself every time. If there's a pen there,
I'm taking it.
Thanks very much.
If I'm on the pitch, I'm thinking I need that ball. It's like it's an easy goal. So I was like, yeah, 5th pen, not a problem. Whatever. We went through the order. I think Stevie, Richie, Nobby took one. And it was Jan, then me, like solid setup. I'm thinking we're absolutely cruising, yeah. Then obviously the way it went out, and fucking got the Jan. I didn't know what he's thinking. The geezer had the hardest shot known to man.
Yes.
Like
this is Jan Kermagant.
When I'm talking about hardest shot, I'm talking about the hardest side foot pass in the world as well. Mate. Never mind kicking the ball as hard as he can. So I'm thinking he's just going absolutely welly this. Yeah. And then. When I see
this is what we need to hear. This is what
not as a kid, but as like a 19, 20-year-old lad trying to now score a penalty to keep it in the fucking tie. To see that, I'm just looking at like Stevie Howard, Matt Oakley, and they all drop their head. I'm thinking, fucking all the pressures on me now. So I've gone from thinking just do what you do, take a pen, pick your target, to thinking. Just don't miss. So my mindset changes within like 2 seconds to don't miss.
How old are you then now, Waghorn? 19, yeah.
19-year-old.
So you're a kid.
I scored a few penalties that year, but like not a problem. Whatever.
This is pressure.
So this is young to be taking penalties.
Yeah. And this is like proper.
And I'm thinking to get us to Wembley. So I'm like, Jan, what are you doing? Yeah. So the whole lads have gone from thinking he's just going to smash this. The keeper's got no chance. Yeah. And look, like going forwards to Derby a few years ago, Marshy's the goalie there went out. So we have a bit of banter going forwards. But did
he ever give any explanation?
Marshy, Jan, never, nothing. Pan face, in we go, pan face. The lads, I can't even tell you like what the lads were saying to him and what was going on in the dressing room. It was just dogs abuse it. But he just sat there.
The lads didn't react too well
To him, no. Just pan face. And like, don't get us wrong, this is like big moments in people's careers. Like Stevie Howard and Matt Oakley come to the end of the careers.
Yeah.
Like lads' career, my career just starting out. So like, everyone's like, what are you doing? Like,
And bearing in mind what Martyn's saying about Kermagant shot.
Yeah.
Literally, he
mate,
would hit bullets, mate.
how hard would he kick it? I'm telling you, you could line him up at the halfway line and he could kick that ball as hard as he wanted. It'll fucking go through the back of the net. He could hit it that hard.
Bullets.
And so we're just thinking he's just gonna nail it. On me, pen. Cheers, thanks for coming. Then obviously he misses that. They score, and I need to score to keep winning it.
Yeah.
So I'm walking up there thinking, I've gone from.
Are you going from low left to?
No, my side as I go high.
Yeah.
And just whip it as hard as I can. And obviously, the situation I've just froze a little bit. I've not hit it in me point, in me target. Nice height for the goalie, and he gets us right. And when honestly, you see his breakdown and stuff like you see his, I just feel like
it's a horrible moment.
It was horrific, just because I know what he's done.
Yeah, has affected
everything, but I feel like I've let the lads down.
Yeah.
I know what they're thinking, I know what they're saying, and I feel like I've done it. But fuck me, if I could bottle up an emotion and just chuck it at somebody at one point,
What could it be?
honest to God, yeah. Just because we were so, looking back now at the final, whatever, we were so well equipped to go on and win that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we had everything, the experience, the knowledge, the way we played. I've got no doubts that we would have done it. Like I really do believe that. But just to do that
just
at that moment in time, just the way he was, because he was quite a chill guy. Like he's so nonchalant. Like, and looking back now, I know why he's done it, because he was that way inclined. But the way he played the game, I'd never seen that coming in a million years.
No.
It would have been so easy for him to just fucking slot it in.
Yeah.
But
I remember Nigel took the staff away for a few days after that defeat, the Cardiff in the playoffs, and we were just having a few drinks out in Wales somewhere, and he says, I don't think Kermagant can play for this club again. But obviously Nigel got the sack then.
Right.
But that was even his way of thinking of what had happened. I know he didn't say it in a nasty way. It was just, obviously he'd been mulling over.
Protecting him as well, because the way he was.
Yeah, exactly. It was just like him mulling over what had actually happened, and
the group
once the dust settles, you come out the other side, and there's obviously still a lot going through in his mind, and he came out.
No, from the fans' point of view as well, wasn't it? There was a bit of a resentment there, anyway.
I think we all got the same reaction, didn't we? We were just like, why now? Why? Do you know what I mean? Why? The way the club was, we had such a good year. Yeah, it was so many emotions going through that penalty. Like,
sorry for bringing that back.
I won't deliberate that too much.
It was a big moment in my career.
It was
massive. And
overall, would you say positive memories of being at Leicester City?
Oh, absolutely loved my time. The people that I met, the season that we had, the people that I come across, the friendships. It was a really, for a young kid to go on loan to go and play footy. It was incredible. Like. The way Nige, Walshy, Shaky, all these people, great people for like young kids to go and learn, and the group and the environment that we had was incredible. Like, absolutely loved my time there. Like, just for my family as well. My mum and dad loved it. My wife loved it. Like, it was just a really good family environment.
Like your wife's mum.
Yeah, no, she got over it in the end. Yeah, when she came down,
got over it.
Games. Yeah, it was for the family and stuff. Like, Nigel was class with the money. Like, you'd do anything for them. So, what a great place.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
A lot of people again say similar to you. Their times at Leicester, and
I think it's hard not to. What they give you, what the family, the fan base, like they are a very supportive club, aren't they? And very family orientated, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it's good to hear. Good to hear. Glad for you as well. But I mean, to be fair, you've had a tumultuous career.
Honestly,
fair to say. We haven't even touched on half the number of clubs that you've played. We have to save that for another episode, mate. Another series, maybe. But Martyn, absolute pleasure, mate.
No worries, thanks very much.
Martyn, absolute pleasure.
No worries, thanks very much.
Very
really
insightful, very interesting.
Yes.
There you
very
go,
much.
sir. All done and dusted.